Hello and welcome to the Sky Spirit channel. It's lovely to see you. How wonderful it is to connect with you here, thanks to the wonders of modern technology wherever you are. So I hope you're having a good day so far, or perhaps a good evening or a good night or a good morning, depending on where you are in the world. Wherever you are and whatever time in the future you're watching this, then please take the messages, because Spirit has a strange habit of nudging you in the right direction for a message they want you to receive. So stick with me for the next half an hour and we're going to have a quick look at the astrology for today. We're going to do a collective reading, 3 cards, and then I'm going to do a 12 card reading where I invite you to choose a number between 1 and 12. And I'll read them in random order, and that should give you an oversight of the energies around you for the day. So let's have a look at the astrology. So today we've got Mercury, and that's retrograde in Pisces, which is also conjoining the North Node in Pisces, and that's opposing the South Node in Virgo. So what that means for you is that it can be a bit of a turbulent day, but it's also a day to sort of watch what you're saying, to sort of keep check of your and watch out for any emotional outbursts, and just be careful what you're saying to people. Now, there's also quite a unique little interpretation around this sort of astrology setup, and that is today could mean that there's information revealed to you which sheds new light on a person or maybe a situation, which means that you see them in a new light. So it's sort of the illusion falls away. So watch out for that and let me know how that works out and if that occurs for you, because that's quite an unusual one. Right, so 3 card reading. This is a collective reading. We're going to have a look at what's happening around us. So we have got the Ace of Wands, and that's in its upright position. So it's a positive card. It's talking about new things beginning. So on this, it's a Friday where I am today in this time frame. So on a Friday, new things. Is it a new lease of energy for the weekend? Or is this on a global scale? Is something big, something new happening, something that's being presented to us? If you see like the wand in the hand there being passed over. And it's strange because this card has come up. Now, the 5 of Swords reversed is like a card where it's, was the arguing worth it? It signifies something like, you would feel a little bit in a weak position after trouble, after conflict, after being turned on your head. And if you see when this card's this way up, it's like this guy has won the fight and these people are walking away. But it's like, was it worth the fight, or should you have just sort of got on with things? When it's reversed like this, it does indicate some upset around that. So it's like, yeah, you've won the fight, or yeah, you might have won the fight, but have you won the battle in general? So it's that sort of regret about things that have come. So we'll take this with this card, and it's like there'll be the end of a fight between certain people, but it's a bitter ending. It's not sort of a win-win, and it's not even a win-lose. It's more of a win-lose. But out of that, I'm getting my cards mixed up. Out of that, we have a new project emerging. Now, the new project has also got tied to it the Page of Wands reversed. So this is a bit of a bittersweet combination here, because it's like there'll be a new, it actually ties in with that card as well. There'll be a new project or a new thing that emerges from this battle that's ended bitterly. But it comes, this is a card that you can, sometimes it means bad news or something not getting off the ground. So it feels like the new one, so the Ace of Wands beginning something, which is a really positive card, feels like there's a dark shadow over it. So it's one of those times where, is it what it seems? Are the strings attached? Has the fallout from this fight really tarnished this new beginning, and it's going to be sort of not good news for everybody? It feels like it's a double-edged sword, if that makes sense. So interesting collective reading there. Do let me know if that resonates with you. If you've got any questions, then you can put them in the live chat and I will come to them after I've finished the 12 card reading. You can also email me questions to naomi@skyspirit.co.uk. So I'm just giving these cards a good shuffle here and trying to talk at the same time, which is always a challenge. But it's Friday, so I feel like I can accomplish anything today. Right, okay, let's get these cards out. Oh, so remember, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 12. Or, here's a good point. Why don't you ask your spirit guide to pick a number between 1 and 12 and then listen and see what number you can hear in your, I'm going to say hear in your mind's eye, but do you have a mind's ear? Hear in your mind's ear. So ask and see if you get a number comes to you from your guide. That's interesting. Let me know if that works for you. I like that. Okay, we're going to start with number 12 today. Number 12, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. So this is an event that's moving into your life quite quickly. Although the Knight of Pentacles isn't as fast as some of the other knights, he's still progress, and it still feels like this is going to turn up for you today. And it's financial or it's material, and it's good news. It's like there is progress with a certain situation for you involving monetary sort of aspects or finances or your domestic setup or something that makes you secure, our homes, our possessions, our cars, our even the family around us, our jobs, our bank accounts, if we look at them and they're not horrendous. So that sort of that energy, look at a change today and look at it being a progressive change. So it's something that's really positive, something a great way to start the weekend off for this number 12. Number 11, you have got the 5 of Swords. Interesting, because that came out in the previous 3 card, but it's here again, but this time it's in its upright position. Now the meaning is not dissimilar to the reverse in this case. It is a case of it's conflict, it's tension, it's winning an argument, but wondering if it was worth the fight. Okay, it's like people have walked away from, see these people walking away, they're like walking away from the fight, and this guy's looking at them thinking, well, was that worth the battle? Maybe I've had a change of heart, or maybe I've had a change of perspective. Am I looking at this situation of conflict in a different way and coming at it from a different viewpoint? Maybe some of the people who were involved in this confrontation have sort of swayed your opinion, but you had to see it through to the bitter end anyway. So there's that feeling of it's left a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth. But because this card has got upright energy, it's like, give yourself a break, okay? You did win the confrontation. You have made positive steps forward. So it's like that, don't regret anything. And I was going to try to say that little French, je ne regrette rien or something. I knew I was going to butcher it, but I had to give it a go anyway. So that French saying, think like that. Don't regret anything that you've done in this case, because sometimes these things have to happen in order for other things to happen down the line. All right. So take it as a positive and move on. Number 10, you have the Page of Swords in the upright position. And this means that you are looking at some news coming your way. And it's sort of news that's on the, it could be the resolution of a conflict, or it could be something coming to you along the intellectual level. Now, it's like the Page of Swords. It's like, it's a thirst for knowledge. It's a curiosity. So it can be sort of news coming to you about training or education or a job or just some information that you've needed. Information finds you today in the shape of the Page of Swords. So this is a messenger. Think of it as the pigeon coming your way to drop off a really valuable piece of information. It also signifies a real yearning for the truth, a knowledge seeker, somebody who wants to find out the things that they need to know. So the Page of Swords is going to drop that knowledge on you today. So let me know how that works out, and let me know if that's of use to you. Number 10. Yeah, number 10, you've got the 5 of Pentacles. And this is a card that signifies some material loss. So but it's short term. Okay. So it feels like you're going to think, oh my goodness, that I've lost some money, or there's something that's come out your bank which wasn't expected, or it's like, it's a card that comes up when somebody's feeling a little bit of a financial wobble. And if you see on the card, it's a bit dramatic because these poor people have sort of been cast out of their home and they're wandering away in the snow. But this window behind them signifies the church. And remember, these cards are like ancient, so the symbolism is a little outdated. But basically, that is saying that even though they're sort of down and out a little bit at the minute, there is charity behind them. So what this signifies for you, although you might be having a little bit of a material wobble, by material I mean the finances, the house, the car, the things, the jobs, the things that keep us being able to pay for our living needs. So whatever it is in that respect, there is support available to you. So it's a card that invites you to look around and to seek help if you need it, and to even sort of talking to a friend, going through your problems, from that sort of thing, to perhaps, if you were to, I'm not saying this is a given, I'm just giving you an example. If you had debt, it could be reaching out to a debt management company or line or something like that, a telephone line where they give you help. But that's a very specific example. But it's this sort of idea of, okay, you're having a financial wobble, but there is help there. And the good news is with this card is that it's short term. So it gives you the hope that it's going to reverse pretty quickly and your fortunes will return. Number seven, you've got the Six of Wands reversed. So this card tends to mean you feel like you've been through the ringer and you've been through a bit of a battle, and it's like you're struggling to deal with the fallout from having to be in this situation of putting so much energy into something, and you feel like you've lost a little bit. So this card is like this person's riding home from battle and he's won this thing that's on his wand. It's like the spoils of battle. But when it's reversed, it feels like you've been through the ringer, you've been in a battle, but you're not riding home with the winning prize. So you might feel a little bit despondent or perhaps frustrated with the way that things went and feeling like you've lost out a little bit. But do not fear, because remember, the positive energy of the card is also around you. And that means that this victory is, although it feels like a loss at the moment, there are lessons to be learned. And sometimes you've got to think, okay, things happen for a reason. And sometimes opportunities are taken from us because there's a better opportunity down the line. Sometimes we're just not meant to be in a certain place or situation at that particular time. So this card invites you to really consider what this issue was that you're feeling a little bit downtrodden about. What is it? And what's the reality of it? If you were your best mate talking to you about it, what would you say? Because sometimes I think our negative self-talk can be so critical. And, like, why didn't you say this? Why didn't you do it this way? So imagine that you've got a friend who's talking to you about it, and then sort of have that conversation. And that's like talking to your higher self or talking to your spirit guide. It's a similar thing. It's getting that best mate energy and sort of looking at it realistically rather than with that wounded emotion. Number eight, you've got the World. What a wonderful card. The World is about completing cycles, and it's about, you've put a lot of work in. You've traveled the Fool's journey through the entire major arcana, starting with the Fool at number 0, and then traveling through all the cards in sequence until you finally come to the end, which is the World card. Now, this means that you can look back today and think, I've come a long way. And it means that you can congratulate yourself about a certain situation because you've seen it through to its conclusion. You have worked on a cycle and it's finished and it's positive, and you've you've won. But that sort of makes it sound a bit competitive. It's like you've been involved with something, it's come to an end, and it's a positive outcome. But it's a big thing. This is a major arcana card, and these cards mean sort of, they're not the petty things in life. They're like life-changing moments. So this thing, whatever it is that you've seen through to conclusion or is just about to finish, is something that's going to have a positive effect on your life moving forward. So that's a really good card. However, remember that after this, I mean, everything's cyclic. Everything's cyclic. After this card, we go back to the beginning, become the Fool again. So it's the advice from this card is, okay, don't rest on your laurels. Give yourself a pat on the back for completing this cycle and getting this thing done. But hey, let's get back on the horse and start again on a new line, a new project, a new energy. So take this success and allow it to manifest into your next move, and then tackle that with the same energy that you did with this. And then you'll have another completion on your hands and another world card. Number 6. Number 6, you've got the Page of Wands reversed. So the Page of Wands is it's a funny card because it can mean sort of different things depending on what card it comes out with. So the Page of Wands reversed, again, it can indicate a little bit of news which is a little bit unexpected, a situation which arises quite quickly where you weren't expecting it. It feels like a little bit of pressure being put on you here. It's the wands are fire element wise, so it's a spicy situation. It could rile you, it could get your temper rising. So just watch yourself today if you chose number 6, and make sure you keep a check of how you're reacting to people, because we can't be in charge of how people are to us, but we can only be in charge of how we are in reaction. And we get affected by our own reactions far more than we get affected by what's said or done to us. So if we can manage those reactions, we can in fact manage how we're experiencing life. So just watch your reactions today. Always remember, forewarned is forearmed. So you can watch out for those situations, and you can sort of prepare yourself for if there's some unexpected news on the way to you today that could shake things up a bit. So let me know if that resonates with you today, number 6. Number 5, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, and this is a card that signifies a new sort of financial thing, opportunity being handed to you. And I'm doing my hand like this because that's the hand on the card, and it's giving you this pentacle. So it's actually handing you a coin, and it's this sort of monetary manifestation significance. So it means that you can expect to be given an opportunity today which is going to improve your finances, or you'll hear news about something in passing which in the long run is going to put you in a better financial or materialistic position. Or it could be like your security, your sense of financial security, your sense of abundance will be increased by something that comes your way today. And because this hand is coming out of the clouds, it's usually something that you weren't expecting. So again, like the card before, it could be some unexpected but positive news coming your way to do with finances, to do with security. Can also be to do with something that you've been wishing for and manifesting. Because remember the clouds here, it's like, da-da, there you go. So if there's something that you've been really hoping for, if you've been trying to manifest something or someone, then look out today for the hand through the clouds that's going to give you a little gift. Number 5. Are we on 5? We are on 5. Okay. Number 5, you've got the Strength card reversed. And that means that you're going to be feeling a little bit like things have been taken out of your hands. It feels like you might be feeling a little bit out of your depth with something, and it feels like you feel like you might have put a load of energy into something, but it feels like you're not getting that back. It feels like there's a lot of confusion around it, or there's like it's your energy isn't being reciprocated in some manner. And it's like that. You've got a feeling, do I continue with this or do I give it up? Do I take it on or do I leave it where it is? And this card really invites you to pull back your energy from this situation, because when this card is this way, it's like you're making progress and you're doing it with a softly, softly catches monkey like sort of way of doing it. So you're not pushing forward, you're just gently moving forward and sort of ticking the boxes and just making sure everything's running smoothly. And it means that you're moving. When it's upside down, it feels like you've put that energy into it, but it hasn't worked. So something you've been working on is stuck. No matter what you've done, it feels like the effort that you've put in hasn't come back to you, or the energy you've put into somebody hasn't been reciprocated. So the card invites you to draw back your energy, because remember, the full potential of the card is still in your sphere of influence. I call it your energetic sphere. So you have to sit, rest on your laurels today, wait for the full strength of this card to return, because it's a major arcana card, which means that it's a strong force, and it's a really, this strength is a really positive attribute. It's a positive emotion. It's a good way to feel. So you just have to give yourself a bit of a rest today. And it's great that it's a Friday if you're watching this on a Friday, because you might have 2 days off in order to recoup your strength and return on Monday roaring like the lion. But if you're watching this at another time in the future and another day, then is there a way you can give yourself some time off? If not physically, then can you just take a mental back seat for a couple of days and just reconsider your position? Number four, you have the 5 of Wands, and that card signifies competition. So it's like you're in a position where you're trying to get something, and it is you have people around you who might be jealous or envious, and they're competing against you to achieve the same thing. So this is like a battle that's going on around you. And even if you're not aware of it, it feels like that battle could be sort of going on around you, and perhaps you're, sort of blind to it. So the card invites you to take a look around you at the people who might be competing with you, and see if there is a sense of conflict there. Are they trying to get to the same goal, whether that's a person, whether that's, I don't know, a promotion, whether that's something, an achievement, something, a goal, an aim? Are there other people who might be sort of tripping you up along the way because of their own selfish motives? Or do they have ulterior motives? Are they putting challenges in your way, almost to stop you from achieving your goals, or to trip you up, creating obstacles that are really difficult to get past? And it's because it's coming from a seat of jealousy. It's because it's coming from this conflicted competition, and they might want what you want. So have a look around you and see if that's the case, if you chose this card today. And let me know if that resonates with you. Another interesting one. Number 3, you've got the Queen of Cups reversed. So this is either you, or it's somebody that's going to come into your sort of field today. So somebody that's going to come close to you today. And it's she's a woman who is repressing her emotions, who maybe finds it difficult to speak her mind, who maybe she might be sort of jealous or possessive. She might find it difficult to express her needs in a relationship. She might be sitting on some information that should be shared, but for whatever reason, she feels that she can't share it. This card can also mean that she's being dishonest. So if that's you or somebody else, if it's you, is there something about your life you're not being honest about? Or are you being dishonest with yourself? So are you kidding yourself about a situation? If it's not you, because remember, these are 1 card readings, so it's just not possible to tie this down to specifics. But if it's not you, if this is somebody that's you're going to come across today, then are they being dishonest with you? And why would that be? And is this person emotionally open? Do they wear their heart on their sleeve? Or are they sort of, not being honest about their emotions, not saying how they feel, not saying it like it is, just sort of they're not who you think they are, sort of thing. So have a think about that and let me know how that goes for you. It's another interesting card. We've got some really interesting cards this morning. Finally, Number 10, what a card to finish on. We've got the 10 of Cups. So if you chose, actually, this is number 2, isn't it? If you chose number 2, this is a great card. This is celebration. This is partnership. This is marriage. This is successful consummation of relationships. This is moving a relationship into a new era of security, love, trust, happiness. It's also a card that signifies family and those deep emotional ties within a family and the things that make you happy about your family. So it's a card that can mean spending time with those that you love, whether that's a romantic partner or whether that's somebody in your family, close family, or even friends that you find, you know, that you think of them and they just make you smile. So that's the kind of energy of this card. It's like you get to spend time with your favorite people, with the people that when you leave their company, you've got more energy than when you saw them. Not because some people can be like, you know, you leave their company and you feel drained, like they've sucked the life out of you. These are not these people. This is the kind of people that you want to spend your time with. So again, if you're watching this on Friday, maybe you've got weekend plans to spend time with loved ones. And if you haven't, maybe you should make some plans because it's looking like you're going to have a great time. And that's on the cards. Right. Well, that is all the 12 cards today. I hope some of that made sense for you, and I hope that it resonated with you, and I hope that most of all it has been of some use to you. I don't have any questions in the chat to answer today, so we'll leave it there. Have a fabulous weekend ahead if you're watching this on a Friday. If you're not, have a wonderful day. Subscribe to the channel, please. It really does help me, and it will mean that I'm able to continue doing this, and it will get seen by more people, which is always fabulous. So have a lovely time, whatever you're doing. I'll see you on Monday at 10:30, and stay weird.